First, let's talk about what this craft is based off of. The galaxy is a system of millions or billions of stars held together by gravity. Galaxies take the form of multiple shapes and sizes. By making a galaxy jar, you are recreating the image of space in a jar. You will need multiple materials for this activity: cotton balls, water, glitter, glass jars, paint, a mixing stick, and lastly, I suggest water bottles just to practice in. Despite all the tutorials on the internet, this was a learning process. At my first attempts, I was not able to determine the correct water-paint ratio. The galaxies turned out too watery and the colors ended up mixing. By the end, I determined that the less water used, the better. At most, a ½ inch. When I poured the paint in the bottle first and pushed the cotton in second, the cotton, in which was supposed to give the galaxy a cloudy look, was drowned in the paint and not visible. The glitter glue also stuck in globs and did not give it the starry look. With my last attempts, I did things a bit differently. First, stretch out the cotton balls. Use a round 5 to be able to layer the whole bottom of the mason jar. Second, layer the cotton with loose glitter, not glitter glue. This way, the glitter floats in the paint. Third, pour only enough of the watered down paint to soak the bottom layer of the cotton. Simply repeat with the next colors until the jar is completely full. While doing this craft, I noticed there are a few things I would change. I would not use paint, but rather food coloring. This way, I wouldn't have to worry about how much water to put with the paint. The glitter glue was very frustrating. It would only stick to the sides and would stay in globs. With loose glitter, it floats around, giving it that starry look. Instead of throwing countless cotton balls in at once, it is better to stretch them out. That way, you use less cotton and you can fit in more layers. To give it a Milky Way look, use feathers. It looks as if there is a current, and it works a whole lot better than cotton. Lastly, if I were ever to do this again, I would use a small jar. This way, I would use less materials, be able to make more, and try more colors. This craft has many others like it. For instance, there is a similar craft called Ocean in a Jar that only uses various shades of blue and purples. There's also something called a fairy in a jar. This is when the paint is actually used to paint the outside of the jar and a silhouette of a fairy is put on the inside, also with a tea light. This actually gives the image of a fairy that is caught inside of a jar.